But for some reason, when they get caught up in a situation, it's poor old them. It's never choose better. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and we are back with another video. My name is Brittany, and today we are going to be talking about why does choose better notion only apply to women. So social media has been having a field day, especially men have been having a field day making fun of PJ Washington and Brittany Renner's situation. The two revealed that they were a couple last year, and shortly after they revealed that they were having a baby. Now, people were really shocked because PJ, who plays for Charlotte Hornets, I'm not a big sports fan, so he is a professional basketball player. He plays in the NBA, and he basically makes a lot of money. I don't know how much. Let's see. So it looks like he was drafted in 2019 into the NBA. He's 6'7". He is 23 years old. Yeah, he plays with the Charlotte Hornets. His salary is about $4 million a year. He makes about $4 million a year, maybe $3 to $4 million a year. From what it says. Yeah, I think he signed a $7 million contract, if I'm not mistaken. And then Brittany Renner, let's see how old she is. Brittany Renner is 29 years old. She is an Instagram model, sports fitness model. I followed her a few years ago when she was dating this. She was in an interracial relationship with this guy, this white guy, and they were a really cute couple. And he ended up, breaking up with her, and it was a really big public thing. And it seems like after that breakup, she really kind of turned into a Instagram that, it seems like she started to gain a record for herself. She was caught sleeping with a lot of celebrities. She's been connected to Drake. She's been connected to Lil Uzi. She's been connected to Colin Kaepernick. She's been connected to a lot of men. We're to the point where people were so interested. She was very freely about her sex life. She talked about her sex life. She talked about the men that she's been with, over 20-something men, and she had sex with 3 different guys in 1 week before. In her previous Instagram videos, she's twerked on her Instagram. She's dressed a certain provocative way, and it gained her a lot of attention because she had a very rockin' nice body. I think she is mixed. Her mom is white, her dad is black. And so she is the, girl that a lot of these NBA players, NFL players, celebrities, entertainers would go for as the preference. But they were all aware of her past. It's not like she's tried to hide her past. It's not like she's tried to sneak and, was being grimy in any way. She said, this is who I am, and whatever man that I'm with is going to accept me for who I am. And that is what it is. And how she just put her sex life out there. She's written a book about it, and how many men she has slept with, and the things that she has experienced from being played by them, from having to purchase her own ticket to get to see them. She used to pay for her own flights instead of getting flew out. She's talked about all the embarrassing things, and she's proudly owned her past. Okay, so everyone's very well aware of who Brittany Renner is, Bundle of Brittany on Instagram. we have the same name. Weird. But yeah, so everybody pretty much knows her record, her track record. She's never tried to hide it. She's never tried to say she was something she wasn't. This did not come as a surprise. So she lived in who she, freely, sexually liberated woman, and she's been never ashamed of it. She's never been ashamed of it. So when PJ Tucker, he knew what he was getting into. And now they seem to have separated, and people are rumored that, she trapped him because old videos of her Instagram where she said, NBA players are dumb, they don't use protection, you can easily come up off one. She could have came up off one, to be honest, but You know, this is the guy that she chose to have a baby with, and he knew what he was getting into. He got in a relationship with her. He posted her on his page. He commented on her Instagram page. He took pictures with her. They took maternity photos. They were in a full-fledged, serious relationship and spent a lot of time together during quarantine. So why is it now that when they separate and they break up, everyone's pointing the finger at Brittany Renner and making PJ Washington, I don't know if I keep calling him PJ Tucker, but I meant PJ Washington. They keep calling him a victim because he's 23 years old and she's 29. But it's so funny because PJ is old enough to know better, to get himself in a situation with a woman like that. He did not care. He did not care about her past. He accepted her fully for who she is. Just like a lot of women accept Drake for who he is, because Drake is also connected to a lot of women. A lot. A lot. Okay? He just didn't write a book about it, but we all know that Drake is connected to a lot of women from his past. Future connected to a lot of women from his past. All these male celebs that you guys look up to are connected to a lot of women, to their past. But for some reason, when those women get caught up in those situations with a Drake, with a, you know, with a Future, or with a NBA young boy type of situation, it's she should have chose better. She should have chose better. It's not his fault. He is who he is. She should have known who he was, because he's always been who he was, and he gonna be who he gonna be, right? He gonna be who he gonna be. That's her being done. So why is it that PJ Washington is a victim? Why is it that he just couldn't choose better? There is a bundle of women who are potential, who's college educated, who's smart, who's homely, who are saving themselves for marriage type women, or who, you know, are taking themselves serious and don't dress a certain way and carry themselves a certain way and are ready for something serious. And he has a lot of options because of his tax bracket. He has a lot of options, and he has a lot of access to a lot of different women. And these rappers and these entertainers and these men that are in the spotlight, these Instagram model men, also go for those type of women. But for some reason, when they get caught up in a situation, it's poor old them. It's never choose better. Why is Brittany Renner the one that's getting all the backlash and all the blame when PJ Washington really knew who he was getting in a relationship with, knew who he was having unprotected sex with, knew who he was going inside with to make a baby and creating with? He didn't look miserable. He was there in those maternity photos. So why do we have so much sympathy and love coddling men for their bad decisions, but women gets no mercy? It's the concept and the mindset of society of how they really truly don't care about women and our feelings, and how we can easily be manipulated in situations all the time because we may get with a guy and don't know their past, don't know anything about their past. And it comes back to haunt us, where we get a relationship, we get engagements, we get in marriages, and it doesn't work out, and we end up with a kid. It's like, oh, hoo, hoo, ha, ha, you're a single mom. You should have made better choices. You should never open up your legs and had sex. But then the men don't have that same, like, maybe why do we not have that same energy for men? Like, maybe he shouldn't have been laying down unprotected with a woman that he hasn't been with that long, that he did not put a ring on. And it's like, oh, well, they should know. No, it's not the same. If you go on the internet, if you go to my past comments, if you go to the people who are miserable, who love to comment on my video, they all talk about what I should have did and what I should have done, but they don't address the men. They don't address the men at all. And it's so funny how they're so coddled. They're so coddled by society on, oh, poor him, he just wants to see his kid and she's keeping him away from his child. We don't know their situation. We don't know what's going on. All we see is what we see on the internet, and we run with the headline and run with it and take it for what it is. Why do society hate women so bad? I don't understand. we get no mercy. We get the end of the stick with a lot of things. And these men get coddled when they make plethora of mistakes. I don't feel bad for PJ Washington at all. That man knew full aware what type of women he could get with what type of women he's probably played in the past. He is not a victim. He is 23 years old and he knows better. Just like Brittany Renner was no different than a Future or a Drake or, you know, whatever. Like Dr. Dre, people felt so bad that he had to pay a certain amount of money a month to his ex-wife. That woman was with him for over 2 decades. More than that, I think. Almost nearly 20 years of marriage. And somehow you guys are feeling bad for Dr. Dre, who's had a historical past of how he's treated women. And it hasn't been nice or pretty, but for some reason he deserved to keep all his coins when the woman who buried his children and took care of the home and held it down for him for so long and kept all his little nasty secrets behind closed doors doesn't deserve a penny of anything. That's not how marriage works. Marriage is not about just love. It's a contract. It's a business move. And he knew what he was getting into when he married that woman, because he married her and moved her into the house when he was already with another woman. And he was cheating on Michelet with his now ex-wife, who was with him and didn't care about him being in a relationship. She was there for whatever, and he was fully aware that she knew about the other woman. She did not care. She was there for the bag. She's been there for the bag, and he knew that she was there for the bag because that's the type of woman that he wanted. That is the type of woman that he chose. Therefore, that is the type of bed he has to lie in, because that is the bed that he made and decided to sleep in. So no, I don't feel bad for PJ Washington. I don't feel bad for any man who gets themselves in that situation. Until you guys start showing the same mercy for women, I'm not going to feel bad for any man. Ladies, stop coddling these men. Stop feeling bad for these men, because they also have a responsibility as well. The day that we start giving men the responsibility to do better, or where they place their seed, is the day that maybe single mothers will decrease. Don't get a woman pregnant that you don't want to see yourself with. Just like they want to tell women this. So no, I don't like the society, how they coddle men and protect men and they bash women. What do you guys think of this below? If you don't know these people, you can look them up and easily search their name. It'll tell you a lot of things, a lot of rumors, a lot of people making fun of her, but feeling bad for PJ Washington, like he's a victim and he was targeted and he's so yeah. So go ahead and comment below, like, what you feel about this whole situation. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And if you disagree, go ahead and comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. Alright guys, thank you so much. And if you like more videos like this, give it a thumbs up and keep the conversation going below and express how you feel about this whole situation. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you follow me on Instagram as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.